Hi, everyone, and welcome to Business Growth Made Easy. My name is Maria Fontana, your favorite business consultant, helping salon owners and beauty professionals scale their practices, creating more profits with less stress. And today I have a dear friend and industry icon, Lorifudens, here with me. Hi, Lori.
Hey, hi Maria. How are you? I'm so glad to be here talking with you this morning.
Thank you. I'm honored to have you. I'm so excited to share with my audience like your magic. So tell everyone a little bit just about yourself and the superpowers you bring to the table for our amazing beauty industry.
Yeah, so I've been a salon owner and also a stylist for a long time. And I've been actually training hairstylists for my own company for about almost 20 years now. So I feel like my strong suit, although, yes, I'm a very successful stylist and I'm doing well behind the chair and I'm making a great living and looking forward to my future, I feel like my superpower has always been training other people. So when I train the newbies, we'll call them boo bears, we'll call them newbies. They have lots of words, right? The
Yep.
new girls, when they come in, it's really become an art and a craft to figure out through the years what kind of system is going to work, and not just an outline, but I feel like I've really nailed down like a detailed way to bring somebody in and get them through the training so that they're floor ready, like really rookie to floor ready in about 4 or 5 months now.
You
So
know,
that's been a big challenge that I feel like I've really overcome the last few years. So
and I have to say, intuitively, I see you as the queen of salon onboarding. I mean, that should be your name because you're just amazing at that.
yeah.
That is something you're so good at. So tell us a little bit about the three things that you do in training new stylists, like your structure, your roadmap, your magic. What are the three
Yeah.
most important components that get these people totally ready to be profitable and high vibe? Because I think you're like, you agree. It's also being high vibe in your salon. You don't want any low lying energies and people like making your whole place toxic, right?
Right. Well, and let's just address that right up front, because if you get somebody that comes in out of school and you didn't know them maybe before, they came to interview with you and you hire somebody, you don't really, I have to say that even though I read people pretty well, I feel like I don't really know the person until we're about 2 or 3 weeks in.
It's
And
like
by
living
then you're
together
going
with
to
someone.
know, yeah, you're going to know if they're going to jive with your vibe or and your tribe, or if they're not. And
Yes.
if there aren't, you gotta move them out and then get another one. That's the truth. And everybody, it's not a wrong thing. It's just that everybody doesn't fit in every salon. So you really have to find the right fit. But I feel like the onboarding is the biggest key, because thank goodness for watching my friend who went to work at Dunkin' Donuts and my other friend that went to work at Starbucks. They hire these people, these kids, and they bring them into the company and they have them watch all the videos. They don't know how to make all those drinks all by themselves.
Right.
They don't teach them one-on-one with other humans. They have video training. And I thought, oh my gosh, I totally need to do that. So I actually recorded all of our onboarding videos. Like, here's the history of our company. Here's how you fill out a ticket. This is how you're going to get paid. This is how you clock in. And I filmed everything. So now when I have a new employee come in, I literally shoot them the videos one after another. And then they have to actually come to me and tell me what it meant in their own words so that they get it. And then they're training the way Google does and Amazon and all these other companies. Like, why have we not had this system? So I've actually built an onboarding system. And frankly, I'm in the middle of turning this into an amazing training system that any salon owner can use, because video and digital training is where it's at.
Oh yeah. And let's face it, corporate America does it no matter what like high level reputable company you go work for. Like I said, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, anywhere. So I think this is groundbreaking. I think salon owners globally will benefit from your new incoming training. So we're going to be posting all the links below. And once Lorifudens launches this amazing product, I will reconnect and make sure everyone who's on the podcast, on my YouTube, all fans and followers across the globe will have access to her new launch. So tell me like what the top three things, like quickly, we'll just go over. If you had to tell salon owners today, what are the top three things you need to do when onboarding? What would that be?
Yeah, so onboarding or training new staff, there's a couple things I found are really key. Number one, if you can mimic your process, if you're doing something and you can actually mimic it and video yourself or video your process, then you have it as a record to give to the next person. Because what we don't need as salon owners is feeling like a broken record every time we hire somebody, especially right now. I feel like there's so much turnover and people are moving around like crazy and trying
Yes.
to figure out, and all these beauty school students are going to be graduating, but they went to school on Zoom, you guys. They missed a huge doingness. A big part of their training is doing this on the clinic floor, and many of them missed that this year. So we have to have our training points like totally on point. So a couple things is, yes, onboarding and videoing, but even better than this, here's the thing. When you're training new staff and you're training new people, you need to have the resources available to really support what it is that you're teaching them.
Okay.
Because if you can teach them with resources that they can look at and see, and then you're showing them on the job in
Right.
your associate program, then that's really the key, and then also having a good training program gives them accountability, because
Right.
what you don't want is to just teach them something and them not be able to demonstrate that they can do it, right?
So the
Demonstrates
follow-up,
the key
like,
word.
so, the fortunes in the follow-up. So even with your training, like really hold them accountable and follow up.
Yeah, in my training, they actually have to upload their what they're doing, their demonstration, to a shared app so I can oversee it, even if I'm not there. Because sometimes they'll be doing something
Right.
that's needed to be done on their program, and I don't have to be right there with them. You see, so it frees up the owner's time to do what the owner needs to do instead of spending all their time training and onboarding new staff.
And I can see that could be even great. You could even outsource that, where you can train maybe a manager or an assistant manager or someone, or, like a team, training director, give them a nice title and have them, once they're at that level, oversee that too. So there's so many possibilities there.
Totally, totally. And the thing is when you have accountability for something, you're going to get a lot more self confidence from that stylist, because when they come out of school and they come into your salon or they come into your suites, a lot of suites owners, they're even hiring kids out of school. They're teaching them some stuff and then they're letting them work on the 3 days they're not working, right? So even if it's just two of you in a suite or whatever it is, like, you have to know that they can really hold their own, but their self-confidence is so, scary and low in the beginning. And this kind of training is really that thing that puts them where they feel like, okay, I can do this.
It's empowering. It's empowering. It gives them confidence. And I think what I love the most of what you're doing is you are helping salon owners really, reduce their stress, which I'm all about, and create more profits by onboarding their team effectively. Because I think this is a huge gap in the industry that's been missing for a long time.
Yeah, me too. The digital thing is where it's at, guys. Like, we all have iPads and phones, and these kids come out of school. These people come out of school. Some of them in their second career. I hired someone earlier this year, and she was in the Army and she served our country, and she was amazing. And this was her calling in her life. So she went through the digital program. She watched a lot of the videos. She was full on accountability, and she is doing amazing. And the thing is, they don't want a 3-ring binder. They want a phone, an iPad, and be able to do it digitally. And this is the first time that I can think of that I've ever seen, outside of having outlines, that anything's been done digitally. So hopefully this is going to help a lot of salon owners moving forward.
And I think it's groundbreaking, because I will tell you, I do some consulting in the local beauty schools and beauty academies locally. I go in and consult how they can, improve their messaging with the students and everything, especially this year. As we're recording this, whoever's listening to this podcast or watching this on YouTube, we are still in the midst of typically a global pandemic. Okay. It is February 2021. And some schools are still not open. A lot of the kids that were in beauty school last year, adults, whoever was in, academies for beauty culture, they have been totally like online. They're limited on hands-on. So I think it's really important to have a strong onboarding system. So Lori, let's share one last thing. What is the one thing, the one piece of advice you want to give everybody today as they're waiting anxiously for the launch of your product? What would you tell them to do today to just start taking action to make things better for their onboarding?
Yeah, thanks, Maria. So I think that where I started, which really helped me, was to just video what you're doing, record and document what you're doing, because what you're doing as a salon owner or a manager or whatever it is, that's the problem where you keep repeating yourself over and over and it keeps taking that time, right? And none of us need to sound like a broken record. And if you can document what you're doing, record that, keep that, and then use that as, because it's your word, your message, it's your
I
company,
call it
your
your
belief, right?
methodology. It is your methodology, like your blueprint to how you operate. And everyone listening, your blueprints could be, every single person can have a different blueprint, and that's okay, right?
Yep, totally right. And the way that I've positioned my course is that it's brand friendly, because I happen to work for a brand as well as an educator, but it will and can apply to any brand lover out there. It will be genericized to the point where it will be available for anyone who wants it, so that if they need a system, if you can make your own system, then my goodness, do it, because it's going to really save you a lot of headaches and hours and time and all of that.
And on the note of methodology, this is one of the things when I work with my high level salons and they come to me. Sometimes salon owners have a vision in the business realm where eventually they want to sell that business. So if you don't have a set methodology or roadmap, it's very hard without those assets to sell your business. That up levels the price of your business, having those assets in place. So that's just a little tip I want to add in there. It's a win-win either way, because assets and methodologies make your business more valuable, like having that playbook. Here, I'm selling this to you. Here's the value. You just open the playbook. Here's how it goes. And it's so much easier than to, flip that business, sell it, and, whatever your goals may be for your practice.
Yeah, that's a great point, Maria. Gosh, you're so smart. I love the way you think, and I love how much you help other salon owners
Oh,
and
thank
people
you.
in our industry. So thank you for that.
It's been an honor having you today. Everyone, we're going to drop the links below. You can reach out to Lori Fudens. You can keep connected with her. Follow her on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow our links. Let's stay connected. If there's any way either one of us can support you, we're here for you. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And it was a total honor. And if anyone has questions,
Yeah, I love that.
Private message, right? We'll be happy to connect with you. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.